Good morning, everybody. So we are Sunday, January 22nd today, and tomorrow I'm starting a brand new program, my first one in 2017, and I am excited. I'm very excited because I didn't get to start it earlier this month just because I had gum graft surgery, and I just got the go-ahead on Thursday to start exercising normally, which means I will be doing hammer and chisel because that's the program I had in my head that I was going to do, and I'm going to do it for the next 60 days. And here is my before video, because I've had people say, hey, when you take your measurements, yeah, you post the pictures, but it looks like your before pictures normal, and then your after pictures look like as if you're sucking it in and all that. So I thought I'd do it live to be twofold. One, to prove that, hey, I'm actually not sucking things in, because I'll do the after video as well. And second is to actually show you that how I do it, because some people, you know what, I'm like that. If I want to do something and I'm not quite sure how to go about doing it, I like to view people implementing themselves, and then it's like, oh yeah, you know what, I can do that too. Or hey, that's a good trick and that's how she does it, or that's how he does it, and then I go about doing it. Now, I don't normally do my measurements in the kitchen, but my whole house is taken by the kids, the husband, so this is the place where I've actually barred off and said, this is mine today, so get out. So I could do this with you. So hopefully this is going to help somebody do the before measurements. And so what do I have? I have this piece of paper here that shows you exactly where to measure, and right before 30 days and at 60 days, which is awesome. So I'm going to be using this and posting it on my wall. The other thing that I have to do the measurements is, measuring tape. I know everybody hates this, but you know what? That's the name of the game. And back here, I have my scale. So you can't even see it back there, so I'm going to leave it up front here, and then I'll take the phone and show you exactly how much I weigh. All right, so let's keep it simple. Let's, you know what? I'm going to do the scale first and put it on display here. All right, so I step on it, and I haven't done this, so it's kind of like, it's a surprise. All right, let's do this. Let's and see. All right, you see my toes. I'm on it. I'm just gonna turn it back to where it should be, and see 166.4 at 30.7% fat. So things can only go up from there, right? Yay! Or down, or whatever, however you want to describe it. So I'm going to put that down as my weight, the before, so 166.4 pounds at 30.7% body fat. Now, this is just a number, so remember that. A number is a number. It's just to track your progress. And I usually always go with how I feel and not the numbers. But you know what? How I feel, I journal it, and then I attach it to my weight as well, and it gives me a feeling, right? I usually go to with how my excuse me, how my clothes fit, and all in all, that's everything put together. Okay, so chest. I take this, and let's do it. If you can see, my chest is right here. I go across, and I don't pull, I leave it. I usually take a deep breath, and there we go. All right, so I'm at 37, all right, so 37 inches to start. And then it actually says my right arm, so how I do it, I wrap it around like this. I always take my arms flexed. So if you can see, I'm at 11 3/4 inches. So 11 3/4 inches. And then I go with my left arm. All right, so 11 3/4 again. So I'm kind of even, which is great. 11 3/4 inches. All right, my waist. I always like to take a few measurements for my waist, but usually the waist, let me back it up here so you can see. Okay. The waist is usually where, you know how you bend side to side? So that's where you put the measuring tape, okay? Side here, and again, take a deep breath in and then let go, and that's where it is. 31 inches. So that's where I'm going to put 31 inches. All right. The hips is usually where the hip bones are, okay? So this one I'm going to look down, but it's at the hip bone. I can't back up enough for you guys to actually see this one, but I hope you trust me by now that, you know what, I've got nothing to hide. And so I'm at 39 1/4. All right, so I'm at, I was right here, 39 1/4. 39 1/4 inches. All right, so every time that I measure my thighs, I always think of my mother because I have big thighs. And here's a little story. When I got married, my mom made my garter belt, or not my garter belt, but my, you know, the thing that you put around your thigh to be able to throw out the wedding. And so I measured my thigh, and she's in New Brunswick, and I was here in Ottawa. So I measured it, and I said, "Hey, Mom, my thigh is 24 inches." And she's like, "For both of them?" I said, "No, for one of them." She's like, "Remeasure it, because that's kind of high." So I always think of my mom and saying, "Thanks, Mom." But it is what it is. All right, so my thigh today is 24 1/2 on my left and 24 1/2 on my right. So 24 1/2, 24 1/2. All right. And I always measure it doesn't say it on this here, but I always measure my calf. So here is 16 1/2 for my calf on the left, and oh, that's different. 16. So I have a half an inch difference for my calf. So right calf, I'm adding it, and left calf, adding it. So this is 16 inches and 16 1/2 inches for my calves. Okay, and you know what? Like, you gotta, and always measure at the same spot, because otherwise your measurements are going to be skewed. So hopefully this has helped you figuring out, and to motivate you too to do it. Like, the only way that you're gonna remember how you're doing is because you're in your brain, you're always either making it better than what it is or worse than what it is. And when you see yourself as a picture and measurements or video like I'm doing now, things aren't as, they're factual. So you can actually say, "Oh, I'm doing better," or "I'm doing worse." Don't beat yourself up over it, but look at where you can improve, right? These measurements are just meant for you to improve. Always. All right? So have a great day, and hopefully you can do this too. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.